What's up, everyone? Today we're talking about how much Bill loves turtles. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
A little bit
Is
into
that your
the
dance?
theme song. This is mine for every single episode we do here. This is where I keep it at. What's up, everyone? I'm Mardi, and this is Workaholics, the final season, and we're talking about. I think this episode was basically Bill loves turtles. That's why I had to say that. But I'm joined by my beautiful co-host, Jessie Zahner. Say what's up to everyone out there tonight.
Hey guys, I am so excited to be here. I am a huge Workaholics fan, and this was a hilarious episode, so happy to be here.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah.
Where can we find you?
You guys can find me on all social media at Athletic.
Perfect. And you can find me at NickMarty13 on all social media and on YouTube at The Latest Late Show with Nick Mardi. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're talking everything Workaholics, especially this amazing episode with, I gotta start off also with another social media star. We had King Batch, and now we have Amanda Cerny, who's one of the most popular Vine stars to ever be.
I'm so jealous. Like, what the hell, people? Like, follow me on social media and blast me out there. I want to be on Workaholics. That's so cool.
I know all these social media stars are getting on TV shows, movies, and
to be on.
it shows you how much like the world is changing in this digital media age.
I know. It's so cool. And it's so funny because one of my all-time favorite episodes, okay, I can't say all-time favorite because I have like 20 all-time favorite Workaholic episodes, but it's the social media one where they're trying to be social media stars.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. They're so funny. So it's awesome.
That was pretty cool to see her on the episode.
Yeah.
And this episode was definitely different. I know we had Eric Griffin in here last week, and he was telling us that, yo, I should have even come next week because this week was only about Bill and Montez, the whole entire episode.
Yeah.
And it was so true, and I don't think we could got enough of what Bill thinks internally about his lone life that he really wants.
Well, one other thing that I wanted to mention before we get too far in is the intro song. They had like other music playing in it.
That's true. It sounded like Walking Dead to me.
I didn't know what it was because I don't watch Walking Dead because that scares me. I can't deal with it. But I don't know what it was. But I love intros.
Yeah.
Anybody who watches me on AfterBuzz knows I love intros. So when they played it different, I was like, what's going on?
It was a little bit, it was classical sounding.
Yes.
Even though I'm not a big music buff, but that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
And it was intertwined with the Skinny Boys main theme song for the Workaholics. So
Yes.
it was pretty cool, a little different. And I think it definitely stuck with the whole theme of the episode with the action and stuff like that. Where he really lives inside his head.
Yeah.
But the show opened up with Adam, Blake, and Durs kind of in their own worlds. Blake was trying to find a new style, and Durs was saying just go with a water world, like Atlantis look.
Yeah.
And then Adam's over there trying to get a hacky sack count with the car keys. So it was basically an everyday episode of what the guys were doing.
Exactly.
Then Bill walks up, and I thought we found this the funniest. And
Yeah. I mean, Bill walks up and he has this turtle tie on, which was hilarious because, you know, they mentioned it. They're like, Bill the Thrill, and they're all excited to greet him. And it was so cute because you kind of feel bad for Bill because he was all excited to talk about his turtle tie.
From Tahiti.
Yes, from Tahiti. And Blake's like, that's not a tie, that's a loss.
Yeah, they're like this. It's classic boys, you know, like, what are you gonna do? And then all of a sudden he stops, and you notice, you're like, oh my god, this is from like every movie and TV show.
I'm like, what?
Where it stops and you go into the head of Bill and you just hear his thoughts. He's just thinking about kicking everyone's ass. And of course it was a dream.
Yeah.
And he's like, no problem, guys. It's like he goes back to that like lost Bill that we see every episode.
Do you ever have thoughts like that?
As evil as he does? No, not as evil as he does.
I don't think I have either.
He wanted to stab Adam in the throat with a car key.
I know, that was gross. Like, I cannot take that, so I was like not ready for that with Workaholics, whatever. But no, I don't have those thoughts. And
I imagine them on set filming it, like on a comedy sitcom. Like, can you imagine them like? They would be laughing for like 10 hours about that instead of like a drama where they're like, oh, more blood, make it serious. Oh no. So I just picture them on set doing that whole piece. But then we go from outside, Bill goes inside, he's being bossed around like usual, and then Alice comes around the corner, who we all know is the meanest person ever, and she's kind of like, go, you gotta run on an errand, and Montez is like, please let me go, and he keeps stopping. He goes into this inner thoughts of Bill type of scenario for several times, and then lo and behold, we find out he's an action star.
I know.
After we see this briefcase, he's being followed.
Right.
Which isn't normal, because the episode immediately jumped into an episode only about Bill and Eric.
Well, it's so funny because when he is like going into these like thoughts, he's so like aggressive, and then when he comes out, he's so pleasant.
He's like, yeah, guys. Then when he goes in, he's like, damn it.
So yeah, I didn't know that he was dreaming though.
Yeah, it was a dream that was, it was an instigated dream.
Yeah, it was. That's a good word for it. Yeah, it was an instigated dream.
And the whole show, the whole crowd was there for the show. And it got nasty. But I think, so basically we go from, okay, so the Eric, I keep calling him Eric because I know him outside of here. And I'm, okay, Montez and Bill go out, and then they're in the car together.
Yeah.
Bill notices that they're being followed. And Montez has no idea that Bill has this other side to him.
Right.
So he's just talking about this mountain of meat
Yeah,
sandwich from Arby's. And Bill notices a car following them, and that's all on his mind.
Right.
And so then Bill's like, you know what, let's get Chinese food. Because the lady in the car behind them, following them, was Chinese.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll say Asian. I don't know what she was. Then they go to the Asian restaurant, and Montez has no idea. Montez has no idea that, that this briefcase, he's a transporter.
Right.
So he's just wanting egg rolls.
Yeah.
And then we find out Bill, gets a little angry.
Yeah.
When Montez gets picked on.
Yeah, Bill has this whole other side, and I literally had no idea this was a dream, and you were like, this is a dream, and I'm like, no. Like, I'm over here believing all of these seasons, I've thought Bill was just this, like, nobody guy that they just picked on, and here he's like this badass, and we're just finding out in the last season.
I was hoping he was going to be sleeper agent. I was hoping he was going to do that, then leave the whole series, because you can leave this series at this point.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was going to be sleeper agent and then like go back to Russia or something like that, and you find out he's like a Russian sleeper agent. That'd
have been awesome.
That would have been hilarious, but
maybe we don't know, because he's having these crazy dreams.
To be continued.
It's so funny because when he was being followed, I'm like, this happens to me all the time, where I'm like driving in a car and I'll like look in the rearview mirror and I'm like, oh my god, is somebody following me?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
I've never thought that.
I thought he was
That's so
pulling
scary.
like a me. I always think that all the time. I know it's scary. I'm paranoid.
Oh my gosh, I've never thought that, but now I know the thoughts.
I know.
Could go out.
So watch who's behind you, because he was right this time. I'm always wrong, but he was right.
But he was dreaming.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe not.
But Eric gets picked on. He gets pushed by the waiter at the Chinese restaurant.
Right.
Then Bill steps in, kicks the guy's ass, and Montez is like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
He's like, no time to talk. We got to get that briefcase. And Montez goes back for some more egg rolls because I think he still doesn't realize what's going on at this point.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the guy who smuggled the briefcase is jumping on the walls.
Yeah.
And then Montez makes use of himself.
Yeah. Well, and Bill is like doing all these acrobatic moves, and I'm like, wait, hold on. How old is he first? And second, like, how is this happening?
I know. It was bizarre, and it was funny at the same time because we see him every episode being pushed over, and he's a lost case. That's why I thought it was totally a sleeper agent. It was all an act, but it was a dream once again, unfortunately. Mr. Bill. Sorry, Bill. But I'll get in touch. Hopefully we have him in here soon enough.
I love Bill, yeah.
I'd love to reach out to him and try and have him in.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so then all of a sudden, Bill and Montez get captured by this Asian mafia group, and then they're tied up. Boys are like, okay, we got to shake them down, find out where they're trying to sell these turtle eggs are.
Right.
Where the turtle eggs, who wants to buy them?
Who knew they were turtle eggs? Like, did anybody out there know that they were turtle eggs in that thing, in the briefcase? Because I totally thought he was transporting drugs.
I thought he was transporting something silly, but I didn't know of turtle eggs.
Oh my gosh.
But obviously now we get it from the tie in the beginning of the episode. He's all about turtles.
But did he know that he was transferring those turtle eggs?
He said he never knows, right?
Yeah.
When Montez was asking?
Yeah, because then when they opened the thing, he's like, oh, it has to be turtle eggs. So then he knows he like can't deliver them because the turtle saved his life.
I don't remember. I tried writing it down really fast, but it was like Polynesian green shell turtle. Something like that.
Like,
and I tried writing it down because I was like,
name.
you know what? There's something that's gonna happen of this. Like the first time I couldn't write it down fast enough. Second time. And we didn't have time to rewind because I want to get on here on time because I know y'all are watching on time. But yeah, so then all of a sudden, they get the napkin. Montez is freaking out. He thinks they're gonna save his life if they give out the napkin, and it's a triads.
Right.
It was a triads, right? Who were buying the turtle shells,
right?
Turtle eggs, and then basically, the lady leaves, goes to the meeting to sell the eggs, and Bill shakes him loose, bites the guy's nose off.
Oh my god! Like I'm sitting here trying to watch Workaholics, and all this crazy shit is happening, and I can't take it. Like, I am super afraid of scary stuff, and I don't watch gory films, and he bites the guy's nose off, and then it's on the ground and it's breathing. I was like, I can't.
The guy without the nose did look creepy. I'll give you that for sure.
And then he put his head in the eel tank, and there was just blood. And, oh my god, I couldn't take it.
That part was goofy. That part was so goofy.
No, I can't take it.
That part was so goofy to me. What was creepy to me was when they put all the black makeup over his nose to make it look like it was actually gone.
It was so gross.
That was more than Workaholics usually does. So I was like, wow, bravo. But then the guys leave.
Right.
Show up at the meeting, and the mafia leader is trying to sell these eggs to the triads, who happen to be a German, Durs, Blake, and Adam.
Oh my gosh,
who are the funniest guys in the world with doing these terrible accents. But it was so amazing to watch, and basically Bill gets night vision goggles on.
Yes.
Crawling up top.
Yeah.
You sent Montez home because he was like, "This is your fight.
Yeah.
This is my fight for the turtles." And then turns out the lights and swings down and tries battling all of them.
Yeah.
And
where did he come up with all these ping pong balls that he dropped?
It's
where
Bill.
did they come
He's an
from?
action hero. He's an action hero.
Did he just snap and then he just appeared and he just threw them down there, and he has the goggles on and they can tell which little white circles are eggs versus ping pong balls or whatever they were.
I love that when we were going back to reality and then going back to the dream, and the ping pong balls were taped to his eyes, so it made him think that these goggles were on. And I think this was at the point where you went to the flashback, or I guess to reality, and you saw that they had this massager around his junk. Yeah. And then you also had this, and then you also had
the eraser
that he was making out with, because after he's fighting to get the eggs back, then Amanda Cerny shows up because Adam, Blake, and Durs are saying, "Give up the eggs or we'll kill your Montez's wife."
I know.
But it's Amanda Cerny,
right,
who's looking gorgeous. And what was the cuckolding thing since the beginning? Because Montez didn't know how to cuckold?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Is that what Montez was? Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, because she wanted to be cockholded. Or cuckolded?
But Bill, I don't know, because I'm so confused by that part. And sorry, guys.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know.
Montez's wife wanted to be cockholded in the bedroom.
Yeah. And
he wasn't into it. But then cuckolded.
Thank you, Bill. I'm just kidding, because Bill corrected Montez.
I was like, I kept hearing both things. So it's cuckolded. And so then, before they said they were going to blast Amanda Cerny, Montez said, "Let me do her one last favor. She always wanted to be cuckolded, so we'll let Bill do that and let her bang my wife." And so that's when this real massager started going around Bill's crotch. Right.
Well, and then he says Colleen, which is Montez's wife's name.
Yeah, it was Colleen. Amanda Cerny was playing Colleen in this dream.
Is that what Montez's wife's name is? Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Amanda Cerny was in this dream because remember on his screensaver it was Amanda Cerny?
Right.
Yeah, so it was...
But she was just pretend. I know that's not his wife, but I was pretty sure her name was Colleen, because then Montez looks and he's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. So it was like, he was even Colleen?
Yeah.
That's you? So then the massager starts going rapid when we go back to the office.
Oh my gosh.
And then when we go back to this dream, he's actually having sex with Colleen.
Yeah.
And it gets pretty graphic, but it's hilarious.
Well, it is so funny, and it's like everybody in the office is crowded around the cubicle. You can see them all around the sides.
It's a show.
It's so funny. I mean, have you ever played jokes like this? I mean, okay, not like this.
I was like, how do I respond real quick to this?
So he did. Play jokes on people that you work with like that?
Not to that extent. I mean, I played pranks.
Yeah.
Especially when I was in college. I would tie people's bedroom doors together so they wouldn't be able to leave, especially the cross-country runners. I do that all the time.
That's awesome.
Because they got up at 4 in the morning, and I'd go to sleep at like 5. Yeah, so at like 3, I'd go and, do that. I do stuff like that all the time.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
But I wouldn't do anything that could get me arrested.
Yeah.
No, none of my pranks were that bad.
It's so funny. I mean, it's cubicle life. They're bored.
True.
They caught Bill sleeping.
They caught him sleeping and made him think that everything amazing was going on.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
But then, he finished from the massager.
I know, and Montez is like, on my massager.
And then he gets up, and he thinks no one knows about it because everyone ran back to their cubicles, and gets up and walks around, and Alice is like, why haven't you left? You were supposed to leave an hour ago. And then, what's that stain on your pants? And it's what we know it is. And he's like,
it's man milk.
It's milk. And then he gives Alice this finger gun, and she's like, what the hell are you doing? And you're like, stop, Bill. Stop, you're an idiot. And then that's the episode.
Yeah.
And I thought it was hilarious. I mean, I think it was something different that Workaholics hasn't done before, because especially with a random character, I think it would have been funny with Bill like they did with Waymond, or some random character in the show that maybe we see that's reoccurring, like the Ghostface character. But yeah, somebody random.
Yeah. I mean, I think the mixture of Bill and Montez together are so funny. So I loved seeing them together. But, I really like Bill. There's just so many funny scenes throughout time with Bill. So I was really hoping that he was, behind it all.
He was actually, this, smart.
Hard ass.
But none.
And then at the end, he was just going to, let them all have it and just quit and be gone.
I know, that was, I'm telling you, Sleeper Agent would have been the funniest scenario. Because then he just leaves. It's the last season anyway, leave on a weird note. That's what the show is anyway.
It's so
then all of
funny.
a sudden in the next episode, have a slight, just a wanted poster. Bill was actually wanted by, the NSA for the longest time. He's a sleeper agent. That's how I would have gone out on it. But who am I?
But it's all right.
Yeah.
He woke up from
Still
his dream.
hilarious. I mean, even the milk made up for it, too, saying it was milk. Just bizarre with the whole thing. Have you ever, I guess in the way they did it when somebody's dreaming, have you ever, when you were a kid and you used to go to sleepovers all the time, would you put your fingers in warm water?
What?
To make them pee themselves?
Oh, no. Why did you do that? Does it work?
We tried. Yeah, we tried. It didn't work, but I have heard
damn.
of stories where it works.
Yeah, I've never tried that.
Then you dream that you're peeing, and so you do.
Oh my.
I tried
People
stupid
out there,
pranks all
have
the time.
you tried this? Does it work?
Put it
Let
in the
us
comments
know,
below. I would be
because
curious.
Then maybe I could try it. Just
Try
kidding.
it.
No, I'm not, because I'm not cleaning.
To your husband.
Yeah, no.
Just, all right, good night. Possible. But I don't know. I've come across a lot of stupid pranks and silly things that have happened, but nothing in dreams where you kind of sleeping and thinking of something. Especially when people put whipped cream on your hand, then itch your face and you slap
I've
yourself.
never done any of those. Maybe I should.
Live.
Yeah.
Live little.
I know.
Go crazy. Go crazy with the pranks.
I know. Now I'm thinking of all these things at work that I could be doing to my coworkers. What have I been doing all
I mean,
my
then it
life?
goes to the office, Then you could do gym pranks on Dwight.
Yeah.
Those are classics, I always feel.
I know. I love the Jim and
So we got a little
Dwight
taste
pranks.
of. But where was that music from the theme song? We have to find that out. Put it in the comments below if you know where that is from.
Yes, I'm very interested because that's the first time that I can remember that Workaholics changed that initial song.
Yeah, the only other time I could imagine the theme song being changed a little bit would be during the rave. Remember the rave episode?
Yeah, but was it?
I don't think it was.
I don't know if it was.
But that would be a time where I would imagine.
Would expect it, yeah.
The Skinny Boys
For
theme
sure.
song being all boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, you might be right.
Was it?
There might have been another
Okay.
change. Sorry.
No, I don't
You
know.
might be
I don't
right.
know. I'm just throwing it out there. That's the only episode I could imagine it.
No, I could definitely see that being so, yeah.
But that was pretty much the episode for me.
I
I thought it was hilarious. I think it was all about pranks, like we were talking about. And you heard about one thing I did in college, and don't tell anyone I went to school with, or else they'll get mad at me for what I did to them because they weren't allowed to leave for their cross-country run.
Oh,
So,
why? Did they actually get in trouble for that?
I don't know. But I know it
I
did
hope
work
so. I
because
hope
we
they
heard
had to
a
run
lot of
extra
doors
miles.
banging because one door opens, one door closes.
What were you doing?
I was in my room next door.
Were you laughing your ass
Yeah,
off?
me and 4 of my friends, we always stayed up till 5 a.m. So we heard doors banging, and we would stack up those tubs
Yeah.
where you'd keep stuff in storage. We had some shorter friends, I'm 6'3", and we would stack them outside of our friend's door, above the door.
Yeah.
So you can't reach the top one because it's above the door.
Yeah.
So you can't leave your room unless you knock all of them over. And like there was delicate stuff in all of them of his.
Oh my God.
So now you know some secrets about the pranks that I do.
No, we definitely did a lot of pranks in college. Like, this is the stupidest prank, but like we would take like an empty bag of chips and put a whole bunch of pennies in it and then tape it on the top of somebody's door. This is really like, I don't know how we thought of this, but and then you close the bag in the door so when they walk in, they just all fall on them. Oh, so we did that with pennies, water, like anything we could think of.
That's pretty funny. I think that's really funny.
It was interesting. You know, that's what you do in college. You have nothing to do. You're bored. You're in the middle of nowhere. Well,
I was in the middle of nowhere, too.
I was in the middle of nowhere, for
Ditto,
sure.
ditto.
So.
You have to make your own fun. Yeah. Where'd you go to school?
In Pennsylvania. Small school called Clarion University. Holler.
I went to a
Golden
small school in like Alton, Illinois.
Really?
On the border of St. Louis, or I guess Missouri and Illinois.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere too.
Yeah. So.
Holla to my 500 students in the whole college. But thank you so much for tuning in. This was Workaholics. We had a chill conversation about this dreamy episode.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you so much for Jessie Zahner for filling in as my co-host. We hope to have you on again. Thank you so much. Where can we find you?
You guys can find me on all social media at Athletic.
And you can find me at NickMarty13 and The Latest Late Show with Nick Marty on YouTube. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week. We're going to have amazing guests coming on still, so stay tuned.
See you guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.